Hi guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes to share a little bit with you about my journey of becoming a Beachbody coach and kind of where it's gone from there. So, prior to becoming a coach, I had my son in November of 2014, and I had always been a really active person, even up until maybe like being 6 months pregnant with him. And so I thought after having him, I would be ready to go and would jump right back into my routine. I had always been a gym goer. I went to classes all the time. The classes really helped to keep me motivated, and I had done that pretty consistently since graduating from college. And so I was excited to get back to that. And when the time came around when I was cleared to work out, I do remember specifically going to the gym one time and I jumped right into a class, which was super ambitious of me because I felt like I was about to die halfway through. And then at the end, when we had to do ab work, I remember laying there and like trying to do the move and not being able to because my abs were literally gone, which you think I would have known that just coming back from having a baby, but I don't know. I guess I thought I was invincible or something, so that didn't occur to me. But it was just a really shocking moment for me. And anyhow, didn't really get back to the gym much after that and wasn't able to get back in a routine as easily as I thought I would. I tried some stuff at home randomly. I used a free Nike app for a while that had really short workouts, but I was super sporadic with it. I had no schedule. And on top of that, I was breastfeeding still, and so I I was using up, I was burning a lot of calories by breastfeeding, but I also wasn't nourishing myself properly. We were eating a lot of fast food, a lot of fast things to go. We weren't really making anything at home. I wasn't eating consistently. When you have a newborn, your needs sort of go to the back burner, which is expected, but wasn't taking care of myself nutritionally. And I think because I was so physically and emotionally exhausted, it was just taking a toll on me. And in terms of the emotional aspect, I think all parents experience a certain degree of anxiety, but mine was so bad. I was just nervous all of the time. We always thought something was wrong with Christian. I always questioned if what I was doing was right. I felt guilty when I would get in bad moods because I was so exhausted and so tired and just thought that I wasn't doing the right thing. And so um, it was really taking a toll on me. And I think, a lot of it, your system does go through a shock when you become a new parent. But I felt like mine was lasting a lot longer than it should have. And I wasn't getting that time to myself to just focus on me, even if it was just for a couple of minutes a day. It wasn't happening. And exercise had always been a stress relief for me, and I was missing that. And so when Christian was around 5 months old, still not much had changed. And I saw a friend post on Facebook about this coaching opportunity. And I had seen other friends post about it before, but I just kind of rolled my eyes, shrugged my shoulders. But at that point, it was a little different because I knew I needed something for myself. And also, I planned to stay home with Christian for the remainder of that school year, and I also was hoping that I would be able to stay home with him for longer, but I just figured, hey, if this is a way that I could maybe make a little extra money on the side while I'm home with him, then this could be really a really cool opportunity. So I messaged the girl and I got into her group and learned a little bit more about coaching. And so it was very inspiring to see everybody in the group and how they had been impacted by the Beachbody programs and the products and the accountability groups. And yeah, so I did have some fears and reservations, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. But before I get to those, I'll just kind of talk about where I went from there. So, shortly after being in the group, I decided to go ahead and I was just going to sign up to be a coach right away. I didn't really plan on coaching per se until, I kind of gotten a feel for things a little bit. In hindsight, I sort of wished I had shared my journey as I was beginning it, but everybody's a little bit different. So I decided I was just going to get set up with my first challenge pack. So I signed up to be a coach with my challenge pack, which came with the Focus T25 workout program and a month's supply of Shakeology. And so immediately got started with that. As far as the program, I fell in love with it right away because it was only 25 minutes a day, 5 to 6 days a week. I could do it at home. I needed minimal equipment. Actually, I don't even think I needed equipment for the whole first month for it. But I think the one thing too that surprised me is that literally I would be dripping with sweat after every workout, and I never thought that I could do that from home. And really love the instructor, and love that I could do it while Christian was napping sometimes, because his naps would be really short sometimes, but I could usually try to get done when he was napping or like after he went to bed. And then as far as the shakes went, I was never a shake person before, but I figured I was just gonna give it a try. And I'm not gonna lie, I think like the first one or two that I had, I was kind of like, like what's so great about this? I don't know what happened, but either I found some recipes I really liked, or I just my body started to just really appreciate what I was getting. But I just fell in love with them and have been drinking them ever since. So that's going on like over a year and a half now, almost, going on over a year and a half now. But they were giving me that nutritious meal every morning, and it was something that was good for me, and it was giving me energy, and it tasted like a chocolate milkshake, so that didn't hurt either. But loved the shakes. Was doing the accountability groups, so in those groups I was posting my sweaty selfies, which I never thought I would be doing because I just wasn't that type of person, but there I was doing it. I was encouraging other people, they were encouraging me. We were sharing about the food we were eating, and just having that group to check in with really helped me to stick to my goal of finishing that program. And so, I fell in love with everything. And so finally, once I finished my program, I kind of announced myself as a coach on Facebook, I guess you could say. That was like one of the scariest things I ever did, just having to post those transformation pictures. But I got a really positive response, and basically ever since then have just been running my own groups. Ran a group with my family. That was my very first, the very first people I worked with, and I think that was just a really special moment, just getting to see how people who were close to me that I love very much were having a chance to get healthy and feel better about themselves. And that really kind of like motivated me to start putting myself out there more and wanting to help reach more people. So as far as, I will say that there were definitely reservations that I had in the beginning of all of this. I think that one thing I was afraid of was I didn't want to be viewed as a salesperson. So unfortunately, like, yes, this is a business and an opportunity to make some money, but in the beginning of it, I just, that word salesperson seemed icky, and I'm not at all a pushy person. I don't feel comfortable like trying to, tell people or convince people that they need something. That just wasn't me. But in hindsight now, I can tell you with certainty that this job is not about sales, unless you make it that way. It's not about sales. It's about helping people to live longer and to feel healthy and to feel happy and to reach their goals. And it's about sharing your journey. It's not about promoting products or sales or whatever it may be. It's about sharing your journey and how these things have impacted your life. And, health and fitness journey aside, it's just about sharing you, because people will relate to you. And there are people out there who may have a similar story as you and will be inspired by you and maybe want to reach out and need that help to get on track with their own health and fitness goals. So I want to be very clear when I say that this job is not about being a salesperson. Okay. And our team we're all very clear on that. Of course, you are going to have some people out there that do make it seem like it is about the sales, and and it's certainly okay to have monetary goals, but at the end of the day, the bigger picture is that we want to help people get healthy, and we want to be able to add value to their lives, whether or not they ever purchase something from us. I think another fear that I had was dealing with the social media posting, because I am a very private person. But if you decide to sign up to be a coach, you will find out that posting to social media consistently is a really important part of what we do. But I didn't really put too much on social media prior to becoming a coach, but it was just something that I decided, if I'm going to do this, I've got to go all in. I've got to rip off the Band-Aid and just start sharing. And so, yeah, and it's something that gets easier as time goes on. And if you just, again, think about sharing your journey with people and opening up about your life, then you are going to you will create a following, and you will have people that can relate to you. So that's something that I was, worried about in the beginning. But like I said, anyone that knows me knows I'm a shy person. And if I can do it, then you can definitely do it. I'm extremely shy, extremely introverted. And then the other thing that I was worried about was what other people would think of me. And that kind of went along with like the salesperson thing, but just overall worrying about what other people would think. And I pushed beyond that. And well, I think the first and foremost reason is that because in starting this whole thing, it was about making myself a happier and healthier person. And that was the priority. I needed to feel good about myself again, and feel more confident, and feel strong, and just have other goals to work toward. And I can say 100% that taking a chance on this, it helps me to be a better person, a better mom, a better wife, because when I'm feeling my best, that's when I am better in all those roles, when I'm feeling good about myself and feeling healthy. And of course, I want to set a good example for my family too. But anyhow, and then after that, just having been a coach now for a while, I don't care about what other people think anymore, because at the end of the day, if I can share something that will help to change somebody's life and help them to feel better, or make them laugh, or help them to reach a goal, or just help them to relate to me as like a mom or a friend or whatever it may be, then that's worth it. It's totally worth it. And so, yeah, so I think I can definitely say that becoming a coach has helped me to become more confident and not worry so much about what other people think. And I think that becoming a mom has helped me to do that too. But anyhow, I just hope that gave you a little bit of insight into how I got started. And I will definitely be able to share more with you about all of the specifics about coaching, in terms of the types of coaches we have, how you can make money, how our groups run, and things like that. So thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.